After last week's brutal Brexit bashing in Salzburg, it was just another normal cabinet meeting, say number 10.
Have you checked out of Chequers?
The first chance for those ministers with doubts about the PM's Brexit deal to have their say.
Are you checking out of Chequers?
With a new threat from the opposition.
Should there be another referendum?
Inside a discussion on whether EU citizens should be offered preferential access to the UK, and if not, whether free access could last another 3 years. But post-Salzburg, Chequers was discussed as the Brexit department released more no-deal preparation notices.
We had a good, healthy discussion. The Prime Minister made clear we're going to keep our calm, hold our nerve and press the EU on some of the criticisms that they've made, but also to be clear that there are no credible alternatives that the EU has come up with. So we're going to hold our nerve, but continue to negotiate in good faith.
This is the most severe set of no-deal notices we've seen from the government, covering the threat to aviation services, road haulage licences, a requirement to have a green card for motor vehicles going to Europe, and even restrictions on the transfer of your pet cat and dog. The Farmers' Union called it catastrophic. The Food and Drink Federation said it would be a grisly outcome. But right now, no deal, increasingly plausible. Such stark consequences being planned for is part of the reason the opposition has once again inched its Brexit policy in the direction of its Remain backing membership. A so-called people's vote on the deal on the table if the PM's deal is voted down in Parliament and the government refuses to have an election.
I think it'll be on the deal itself. If we're saying we respect the referendum, it'll be about the nature of the deal that the Prime Minister brings back, or the one that we can negotiate.
And the shadow Brexit secretary going much further, asserting that remaining in the EU could be an option. Meanwhile, back in Westminster, the Tory Rebel Alliance gathered to support a free market think tank's alternative Brexit plan. No to Chequers, yes to a more simple free trade deal approach.
We're currently, bluntly, in a cul-de-sac. I'm afraid, I slightly disagree with Gisela. I think Salzburg was unfortunately all too predictable.
And it gained the endorsement of a big beast biding his time.
It's the alternative that the Prime Minister originally wanted to do at Lancaster House, because it enables us to do a big free trade with the European Union, but also to do free trade deals around the world.
A PM with much to think about ahead of her conference speech as she prepares for a trip to the United Nations, telling a US network of her frustration with EU negotiators.
There's a plan on the table from us. If they have issues with it, let's hear what those issues are.
The immediate challenge to get her new plans for the Irish border completed and signed off domestically and by the European Union. All those no-deal notices risk becoming reality. Faisal Islam, Sky News.